Hello Scorpio, hello and welcome into your general tarot card reading for the second week of February of 2019. So I'll be covering the 8th to the 15th. And Scorpio, what interesting message just came through. So what kind of cards we have here? We have 7 of Pentacles, we have 10 of Swords, we have Queen of Swords, and this 4th card is Rune. Serves as additional commentary narrative to this reading. The rune is called Hagalas. It's representing hail, and hail it speaks about the power of creation and destruction, and speaks about self-mastery and trial by fire, but also ability to take the control and being responsible for your own actions. So with the 7 of Pentacles over here, because you see the 7 Pentacles kind of rolls to the 10, and then you have the Queen of Swords, and Queen of Swords is kind of speaking to Hagal, and Hagal, like this rune has like, whatever you're saying, I don't care, because even though you think you understand, you may be understanding it on purely rational, intellectual, cognitive plane, but there's more here at play than this, and therefore you don't have the full picture. That's where it's coming. So with the 7 of Pentacles over here, 7 is representing investment of energy, investment of something that might not yield results, so it's kind of long term. And Pentacles, they are representing this kind of aspect in our life that is to do with everything relating to job, to finance, our health, our body, but also something that we can see the tangible results of. And in aspect of 7, it's a progression, but it's not the immediate progression. Its progression is the movement, is the flux of things, where everything is yet in kind of situation of moving forward without knowing how the things will turn up, what the results going to be. Is the investment of energy, hopes and expectations into something. And because of that, it's representing the hard work. Sometimes it stands for limited success, care, rewards for the work well done, but this is not like immediate return on investment. And because the vibration in 7 is in aspect of Pentacles, it speaks of learning process. It also is talking about the greater understanding of things, kind of understanding nature of things, because he's kind of observing this nature, and this is kind of drawing your own conclusions from certain things. 7 is also indicating here patience, because what this gardener needs, he put the hard work in. He put the seeds in. Now he has to, and can he control the weather? Well, he cannot. And this is all about this kind of idea of putting effort into something and understanding that you are able to control your own efforts, but there are other things outside ourselves which we don't control, and that's what the Hagalas is talking about. It's talking about, well, life, it's kind of beautiful interweb of things that are within a realm of our control and beyond the realm of our control, and that's what Hagalas, but I'm going to come back to it, because the Hagalas is talking to the 10 of Swords over here, because the both cards, they have a black background to the certain degree, and let me come back to it. But I'm going to, because sometimes when I'm reading those cards, there are just messages coming and I'm seeing things, and the easier way is just convey them. as they come. So also the Seven of Pentacles might be denoting change of direction. And I think what's going to happen here, Scorpio, is going to be change of direction, because you have 10 of Swords and you have a Queen of Pentacles. And 10 of Swords, 10 in general in tarot is representing the end of cycle. It's representing things coming to the end. And with the swords, they're representing ideas, our thoughts, our hopes, our expectations, our ambitions as well. That's what 10 of Swords is standing. And you might feel that there might be something coming that is going to overburden you, or it's going to become all of a sudden a problem. And that might be all of a sudden you might have this, things are going to take the wrong turn, so to speak. So this is kind of, 10 is representing the endings, 10 is representing some kind of karmic lesson. It's also representing the bad luck, the problems. It's representing loss and suffering. However, the 10 of Swords in its innate nature is representing learning curve, is representing learning, because the 7 of Pentacles is also speaks of learning. This is learning through experience, and it's first-hand experience. It's learning those lessons that's going to enable you to create the new beginnings, but those new beginnings going to be built upon this experience. And the failure and sometimes destruction, it's needed in order to move away things that are not longer needed, and sometimes that is very painful, and we have to go through a very difficult situation. However, because going through that pain and through that difficult experience, providing you're going to learn from it, what that gives you, and especially in aspects of 10 of Swords, it's you're going to free yourself from some kind of karmic limitations, and this is kind of life lesson being learned. And if that is learned, that gives you this new ability to overcome those difficult times and start afresh over here. So that's what the 10 stands for. And the Queen of Swords, is telling me to tell you to not to take time to go through this change, to not try to overthink it, to over-intellectualize, to try to find yourself a new direction. Oh, this hasn't worked out, so I'm going for this. Do not do it. That is not the way. Allow this process to come to its natural end. Don't shut yourself down. Don't try to suppress it, what I'm hearing. And actually, I heard something about being vulnerable. Allowed yourself being vulnerable. It's nothing wrong with you being vulnerable at all. Queen of Swords, she is, I like her because she's all about, as an energy, she's a single focus, someone who learns from experience, and what she knows because it's learned through the experience. But the Queen of Swords, she makes a one mistake. The way how she comes across and how she's managing her emotions, she's not allowing those emotions to surface. And other people might perceive her as being almost emotionless, even though inside she might be choking with the pain, the grief, everything is, but she's suppressing this. And because she had that kind of exchange with the Haggle over here, he says, okay, I know that you know what you know, but there's more at play over here. And this is all about, you see, the Hagel, the figure over here, the hooded figure, is representing the seer. And seer in the Nordic tradition and mythology, there's someone who is connected with the gods, with the realm of spiritual, this kind of, let's say, for the simplicity of things, unconsciousness, the unknown, the veil. And he's connected, the tree is, the crown is, we cannot see the crown because it's up there in the ether. And then we see a little bit of the roots that are rooted, but he's standing on a fire. So he's going through the trial of fire. He's burning, but his focus and his will is stronger than this. And because he's able to control both aspects of his mind and body, he's he's able to create a new quality. So it's almost, the Hagel is talking about this for you, Scorpio. Is talking about this ability to overcome your inhibitions, to overcome the limitations, to become a better version of yourself, to not pretend things did not hurt you, to pretend those things has not happened. It's representing, Hagel is representing the force of nature. So like this gardener, he's planting, he's putting this effort into something, but you cannot control the weather, nobody can. And Hagel is representing this force of nature, which is beyond our control. So with that rune, because she's representing destruction, and at the same time creation, is to understand that certain changes, they have to take place in our psyche to free ourselves from the confines of our self-identification and some kind of limiting ways of thinking. And I would say this is to do with the archetypes and self-identifying archetypes over here, because Queen of Swords is representing that archetype. She is like, move on, like cut your losses, move on. She doesn't go through the healing process, because by doing so she's cutting off the emotional part. She's over intellectualizing, she's not allowing those emotions to surface. And the overall message is here: go through this process, allow it to happen. Don't get yourself focused, oh, there's another thing I'm going to go for, there's another thing I'm going to chase. Do not do it. Go through the process, grieve and heal, because that's how we heal. We heal by experiencing the pain. So that is the overall message for you, Scorpio, for the second week of Feb. Thank you for tuning, and bye for now. If this reading has resonated with you, please like, comment and subscribe to my channel. If you would like to book a private reading with me, please feel free to go to my website www.tarotwithmishka.co.uk, or alternatively you can email me at mishka@tarotwithmishka.co.uk. If you'd like to find me on Facebook, just simply type in Tarot with Mishka. I would like to say a massive thank you for tuning in, and bye for now.